All right, this is cause number 23, DCCR 1542, and sir, you Augusta Simon?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Simon was previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to the first-degree felony offense of murder. The agreement was for a cap of 40 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Defense has, Judge. Yes, ma'am.
Are there any additions or corrections to that report?
Comments, Judge.
Okay, we'll take comment.
No additions.
Okay, and then in addition to that, I've also received several letters that Mr. Burbank provided. And Mr. Smith, have you had an opportunity to review those?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and then also, you both should have received the jail incident report packet that I have also reviewed. Have you both had an opportunity to receive and review that?
We have. Defense has.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, do you have witnesses?
Yes, we do.
You may call your first witness.
State called Jalen Morris.
Jalen Morris. Good morning, ma'am. If you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can have a seat right up here.
Ms. Morris, do you understand why we're here today?
Yes, sir.
And this all came from an incident that occurred on the early morning hours of September 9th, 2023 here in Beaumont.
Yes, sir.
Where were you at?
The Bucko Father.
Okay. And what kind of business was that?
I guess more like a lounge.
It had just reopened. It used to be Luke's Ice House, is that right?
Right, it had just opened.
And so this was first couple of nights that it had been open.
Yes, sir.
Was it crowded?
Yes, sir.
What time did it start to shut down?
Between 1:30 and 2 o'clock. Somewhere.
While you were there, did you associate with Leroy Smith?
Yes, sir.
How did you know him?
Friends from middle school.
So you've known him a long time.
Right.
How would you describe his demeanor that night?
I mean, he was pretty normal, excited to be out, enjoying the crowd. He's very friendly, people person. He was just being himself, and we was just enjoying the new, yes, sir.
Did he seem like he was in a good mood?
Yes, sir.
Did you see him have any words or arguments or any kind of harsh interactions with anybody at the club that day?
No, sir.
Did you hang out with him quite a bit?
Yes, sir.
When the club closed or when y'all left, did you go out with him?
Yes, sir.
And which way did y'all exit? How many exits were there?
It's only one exit. When we exited, we went to the left.
Okay. What is to the left?
The parking lot, and there's an alley that leads to the parking lot across the street.
Okay, so there was parking on right behind the building, but also parking across the street.
Right.
You notice anything unusual when y'all left and went to the left?
No, sir.
At some point, where were y'all going?
He was looking for his ride.
Y'all weren't leaving together, y'all just were walking out together.
Right.
Did he see his ride in that parking lot?
No, sir.
What did y'all do at that point?
At that point, we came back across through the alley that leads to the parking lot.
Okay.
Going back like towards the actual parking lot.
All right, everybody still in a good mood?
Right.
Were there a lot of people exiting at that time?
I didn't hear you.
Were there a lot of people exiting at that time?
Yes,
Was
sir.
it kind of crowded?
Yes, sir.
What happened next?
Once we were walking to the alley, right before we got to the parking lot, that's when someone was walking towards us. And once he was walking towards us, no conversation, no nothing, it was just shots fired.
Okay, now let's stop and explain that more for the judge. Were you paying attention to Leroy?
Right,
Was he paying attention to you?
right.
Wasn't having a word with anybody?
No,
And there are people walking kind of both ways?
right,
Somebody walks up to him and started shooting,
correct,
shot him.
correct.
Not shooting at anybody else,
Nothing.
not a random mistake, right?
Right,
Wasn't just shooting into the crowd.
directly at me.
How close was he to him when he first shot?
Like, in the chest.
So
Like,
point
I
blank
extend my
range.
arm, right? Right,
He was this close.
right.
Did he say anything to him?
No, sir.
Did he just raised the gun and shot?
Right.
Anything? What did you do?
I froze.
Were you in shock?
Very,
Did, this was unexpected.
very.
Did it look like Leroy expected or recognized this person?
Not at all.
Anything unusual happened when he shot him, other than the shooting itself?
No, sir.
Was he looking at Leroy Smith?
Yes, sir.
Did he say anything to him as he shot him or after he shot him?
No, sir.
Did he ever look at you?
Yes, sir.
When did he look at you?
While shooting.
So
Me and Leroy were side by side.
how close were you to him? I mean, were y'all shoulder to
Shoulder
shoulder?
to shoulder.
And he walks up and just immediately shoots the guy standing just a couple of feet from you.
Correct.
And then as he shoots, did Leroy fall immediately?
After the last couple of shots, he immediately fell.
So when was Mr. Simon looking at you?
While shooting him. It was, while doing it, he was looking at both of us. But it was like, once he fell, it was like he was just looking at me. 'Cause I was the last to see.
What kind of look did he have on his face?
It was like a stare in the eyes.
Was it like did you feel threatened by him looking you in the eyes as he's shooting Leroy Smith?
Well, of course, yeah, I was scared.
And in fact, you're a little afraid to be here to testify today, aren't you?
Right.
After he shot Mr. Smith, what did he do?
Took off running
Which direction?
towards the parking lot area that's inside the parking lot.
So he ran, y'all were coming from that direction.
Right, so he turned
shoots
around and ran.
and then ran. What did you do?
After that, I ran inside to notify somebody, and by that time, that's when the police were walking up to the area.
Did you ever see Leroy Smith talking to Augusta Simon that night?
No, sir.
Did you ever even notice Augusta Simon until he walked up and shot Leroy Smith?
No, sir.
Was this, in your mind, unprovoked?
Yes, sir.
That's what it is.
Thank you. Mr. Burbank?
Morning, Ms. Morris.
Good morning.
I just have a couple of questions. During the investigation, there was evidence that said that Mr. Simon and the victim had some words inside the club. You didn't see that, did you?
No, sir.
And basically, the words were that in reference to Mr. Simon's uncle that had just been shot and killed.
I don't object to anything that would, that being hearsay.
Well, this is punishment, and it's already written in the report. I was just asking if she had heard that.
I think she says she didn't hear anything, but you can ask the question, but not, yeah, go ahead.
That they were talking about in reference to Mr. Smith, Mr. Simon, about a recent shooting that killed his uncle.
I heard none of it.
Nothing like that.
No, sir.
But when you testified, though, it looks like, or it appears that he was looking at you and Mr. Smith, right?
Correct.
Walking towards him, and then at that point, that was in the alleyway.
Correct.
When you say the alleyway, was that between two buildings?
Correct.
And while walking into the alleyway, looking at both of y'all, that's when he I guess, produced the weapon and started firing.
Correct.
And then you took off for help.
Correct.
You know whether or not Mr. Smith had any firearms on him or not?
No, sir.
Do you know?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see any?
And I've never known him to carry it.
And he didn't pull anything?
No, sir.
Thank you. Pass it.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Smith?
I believe I asked you if it looked like Leroy Smith expected to meet Augusta Simon.
No,
You
sir.
said he didn't. Did he do anything to try to defend himself?
Objection, Your Honor. Oh, well, sorry.
Did he have time to try to defend
No,
himself?
sir. It was quick.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You can step down. You may call your next witness.
State calls Christy Thomas.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can have a seat.
And you were the mother of Leroy Smith, is that correct?
That's correct, I am.
Yes, ma'am, you are. Would you describe for the court Leroy's personality?
So no, Mr. Loving, he was good kid growing up. We was both kids. I had to do one when I was 13 years old. He was a good father, good friend, good brother. He's my oldest child, my firstborn. He was the type of person that even if you was to have any kind of conflict with him to fight, he would walk away from the fight. He would resolve the fight with no fight. That's not who he was. He was loving. He was kind. He was a good all-around person.
Was he a gentle soul
He was a gentle soul.
who wasn't combative? He didn't fight, didn't fist fight,
He
didn't
fist fight.
argue?
He might have argued, but we're not all perfect. I mean, he probably would have argued with you, but he would have never started a conflict. It might have been an argument over something y'all might disagree with, but it would have never been a fight behind the argument.
You couldn't see him putting hands on somebody
No.
for just what they said?
No. That's not a record that say he's even fought, he hasn't. He doesn't have fights. He doesn't physically have altercations like that. He would walk away from an altercation before he would fight somebody.
What was his family life like at the time that he passed?
He's the father of 6 children. He was in school and he worked. He had his own business, a small business, a pressure washing business. So his family life was home with his kids and his children and out with his friends. That's it.
And he was 29 years old?
No, my son was 30.
He was 30.
He was on his way to be 31.
Did he do everything he could to provide for his kids and take care of them?
He did.
And he worked at pressure washing. So
Yes, and he worked in the plant too because he was going to school to be an engineer
where was he going to school at?
in Lamar.
How has his death impacted you?
I'm tormented. That was my son, my firstborn child. I have to hold everything together with even grief. Grief never go away. Grief only get lighter. It's heavy. But my children took it very hard. That was their big brother. His children, I have them all the time. They suffer even with nightmares. About their dad being gone. They don't understand. It's not easy when you lose a child. It's very hard. He wasn't ready. He loved life. And I just feel like his life was cut so short for no reason. He loved life. I can't even see him in agreement with the fact that he's gone, we can't help it. When we gone, we gone. But I just know that he wanted to live. He didn't want to die. And that's what hurt the most. That he wanted to raise his children. He wanted to be a good father. He was a good son too. He called me every day and asked me how I was doing. We had a really good relationship. He was very humble. A humble person, period. And a forgiving person too.
Thank you. Any questions?
Ms. Thomas, I'm sorry for your loss. No questions, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Burbank. Thank you, ma'am. You can step down.
State calls Gauger Smith.
Good morning, ma'am. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can have a seat.
And how were you related to Lee Wilson?
It's my big brother.
How was your relationship with him?
Everything. Everything. That was my big brother. I watched him do everything first. I watched him graduate first. I watched him go to college. I watched him do everything first. So that was my motivation.
Did he give you a good example?
Yes,
of the
he
way
did.
he lived his life?
Yes, he did.
Did you try to emulate the things that he did?
Yes.
How has this affected you and your family?
It has affected us mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. He is not here. My brother is not going to come back. And at the end of the day, when you're going through something like this, it's not a time limit. We grieve every single day. It don't matter how long ago it feel like it just happened to somebody else. It's still like it still just happened to us. And when you grow up with somebody every day in your life, you know, like a sibling relationship, that's one of the most greatest relationships. Our parents kind of joined us a little too late, you know, but when you grow up with somebody every single day in your life, and they just took it, it's not right. So yes, it has a tremendous impact on us. And I'm an officer for the state of Texas too. And my brother, he wasn't there to be able to watch me walk across that state to become a sergeant for the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what's done is done. But
Is there anything else you'd like the judge to know about your brother?
he was an amazing person. He loved his family. He loved his kids. He got 6 kids that's here by himself. He was the #1 provider for them. My brother had a pressure washer business and he was in school. He had a whole life to live. He still has so much greatness to do in this world. Ain't nobody God. You're not God to determine whether you're going to give somebody life or take life away from them. His journey, his path that God still had over his life, it was cut short. So no, he's not here to finish the work that he still has done.
Thank you. Mr. Burbank, anything of this witness?
Again, Ms. Smith, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, ma'am.
Question.
You can step down.
Go ahead, Judge.
Just, thank you. Any witnesses, Mr. Burbank?
I call Mr. Simon.
Mr. Simon? Mr. Simon, be sure and speak loudly and clearly and into that microphone so everybody can hear you. Go ahead.
The police report for the record again. Could you state your name?
Augusta Simon.
And make sure you speak up, Augusta, okay? Augusta, you were put present or you pled guilty to this offense, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You accepted responsibility
Yes, sir.
and didn't put the state to a trial, correct?
No, sir. Yeah.
During your interview, you used words like it was a mistake, that you shouldn't have done what you did. Can you explain what you mean by that it was a mistake?
I took actions and I just made a mistake and I do apologize to the family for what I did. And I wish things would have turned out different. I do sincerely apologize.
Well, you had a gun, right?
Yes, sir.
You had been drinking, as reported in your PSI report, and also smoking marijuana. Think it was the best decision that you made in order to carry a firearm when you were partying?
It's the worst decision I ever made.
Now you realize what your actions did in reference to what happened to Mr. Smith's family. 6 kids, loving family, sister, her mom. What do you have to say to that?
I just really want y'all to know that I apologize. I really do apologize. Y'all might not feel that I'm coming from a place from a heart and I'm sincere, but I really do apologize. I made a mistake and I asked for y'all forgiveness. I've asked the Lord for forgiveness. I just want y'all to forgive me as well.
One of the things too, kind of shifting gear, Augusta, is that though this is a cap, and we would ask for some consideration included in the PSI report, which will probably be addressed. You've been written up to the Jefferson County Jail for violations, right?
Yes, sir.
Fighting, disrespect to the guards,
Yes, sir.
and where you were you mainly in the same dorm there?
Most of the time.
And how many people usually were in the dorm?
It's about 50 of us.
Things not always good.
There's no way to tell what's gonna happen the day when you wake up.
How long have you been incarcerated, or how long have you been staying there before today?
Almost 2 years.
So you've been in there for 2 years, and things could get rough.
All the time.
Why would you take it out on, well, let me ask you this, you had some fights with inmates.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have any fights with any of the guards?
No, sir.
What I also read was that you wouldn't listen to the guards in reference to if they were doing inspections or told you not to go to the commissary or put your clothes on or the bunks and stuff like that. Why didn't you listen to the guards?
So sometimes I got a lot weighing on me, like with the choices that I made in my life, and so it's some days I just wake up and I just don't be in the mood to deal with nobody.
Well, you know you've got to wake up for the rest of your life every morning, right?
Yes, sir.
And you realize you got to deal with people, right?
Yes,
As a
sir.
matter of fact, probably after today, you're probably going to deal with them up in Huntsville, a whole different world, correct?
Yes, sir.
One of the things that I saw in there was a thing in reference to the write-ups was about prescriptions. What type of prescription medications were you taking?
I take a Risperdal and a Zoloft.
Okay, do you know what they're for?
It's for to help me control my anger.
So you had an anger problem. When did you realize that you had that? When were you diagnosed with that?
Like a couple months after I was incarcerated.
Were you ever under any medications while you were in the free world before this happened?
No, sir.
You think you had an anger issue before this incident?
Yes, sir.
How far did you get in school?
I graduated.
You graduated from high school?
Yes, sir.
Did you work?
Yes, sir.
You have any kids?
I have one.
How old?
He's about to be 2 in February.
How?
He's about to be 2 in February.
2 in February. Well, you heard that Mr. Smith has 6 children.
Yes, sir.
You have an opportunity, maybe once you do your time, that your child may see you. What do you think if your child wasn't able to see you because someone had shot him dead? How would you do that?
That would hurt.
Do you think that it would affect your children or your child?
Yes, sir.
So you realize what you did.
Yes, sir.
You realize that it isn't. You're being nice by saying it's a mistake. Right?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of the letters that we provided from the family, and I pass the witness.
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
Mr. Simon, this is a big mistake, right?
Yes, sir.
When you use that word, I think of a mistake, I think of I went to get a haircut, and I parked, and there was a brick planter, and I parked outside of this planter, and there was a car parked up there, and they went to back out, and I thought surely they'll see my truck. It's tall, it's way over what they're going to be able to, they can't miss it. 17-year-old kid backs out of that spot directly into my truck. That's what I think of when I think of a mistake.
A mistake is not pulling out a gun, shooting an unarmed man who hasn't said or done anything to provoke you. That's not a mistake. That's murder. Those words start with M, but they're completely different things. If I took out my gun and I shot your son for no good reason, what do you think should happen to me?
Oh, yeah, I don't even know.
Do you think I should just call it a mistake and brush it off? Learn from it? Grow?
Everybody got to learn from their mistakes.
Right. You don't think I should be punished?
Never said that I shouldn't be punished.
What should I receive if I did that to your son?
There's not my choice to make.
Do you think 5 years would be enough?
What's that?
You think 10 years would be enough?
Once again, it's not my, it wouldn't be up to me. It's not a choice for me to make.
What number would make you happy?
I don't have to know that.
You don't have much respect for the guards at the jail, do you?
I do respect them.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
When they tell you to get out of your bunk so they can search it, and you tell them, I'm too comfortable to move, I'll search my bunk for you. Is that you just being convenient? Is that you being helpful?
No, sir.
No, it's not. When they tell you to not use the microwave, not use the phone, if you want to do it, you're going to do it no matter what they say, aren't you?
No, sir.
You sure?
Positive.
March 11, 2025. Not following oral directives to remain on their bunks. Simon began arguing with me and said he was not going to rack up and that he was going to continue to use the phone and microwave. I told him the day room is closed. He continued to argue. So I told him that he was going to continue to be disruptive, that he was going to have to get out of the dorm. He said to send him out. You don't care if you get written up. You don't care if you follow the directives. You're going to do what you want to do, aren't you?
I asked to get sent out because it was a problem in the dorm that didn't have nothing to do with me. Two other people was getting into it and they tried to punish the whole dorm for a single person. That's why I asked to be removed from the dorm.
Okay. What about when you want to go to commissary and they don't want you in commissary for being disruptive?
It was no good reason for them not to send me to commissary.
Bitch, I'm not going nowhere until you send me outside or call the lieutenant. This dumbass bitch stopped me from going to commissary.
I don't remember those comments.
Well, the guard did because they wrote it down in your report.
They can write anything down in the report.
Right. So they're making this up. You didn't say that.
I don't remember. I don't even know I don't even know what you're talking about.
February 26, 2025. January 31st, 2025. Don't care about no damn write-up. I don't care. Walked out of the dorm. You're going to do what you want to do. You don't have any respect for authority or property or hurting other people at all, do you?
I do.
Then why does your conduct disagree with that?
Like I said earlier, it's that I have a problem with my anger. I can't always control my anger, and sometimes my anger just gets the best of me.
Pretty often and undeservedly, right?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You can have a seat.
Your phone's pressed.
Thank you. Any other witnesses, Mr. Smith?
No.
All right, argument, Mr. Burbank?
I would make one comment, Your Honor, in reference to the Jefferson County write-up in jail. I would ask the court to take into consideration, and I would agree, that people that are in custody must obey their supervisors and must obey their rules. But also, Your Honor, I know is well aware of the overcrowdedness in the jail. When you put 50 or 60 people in one room, under circumstances that range anywhere from murder on down, sometimes those individuals' intentions and everything get the better, especially when authority tries to come in. Last week, I was in a murder trial, and there was a guard that came out and testified and was physically assaulted in there by an individual I represented. I would ask the court to take notice that there is no physical altercation in reference to that guard, and thankfully there was not. This was just disrespect. It is, if you look at those write-ups, Judge, it was commissary, which is treasured in the jail, though it does not call for being disrespectful. But I would also point out to the court that it is a different world in which those people in jail, especially if they're incarcerated for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and up to 4 years in jail, being caged up in one facility waiting for their time in court. Though it was through their actions, Your Honor, that put them there. Sometimes the wheels of justice, as you know, are slow. From the very beginning, and as you read into the PSI report, and especially in reference to the recommendations, which I believe is on the last page, which is page 4, in which I was not present for the report, Your Honor. It said that during the interview, he said his mistake, he noted and sought forgiveness, indicating repentance. Had some feelings in reference to what he'd like to do after he was punished by trying to be a role model, and that, it should never have gone that far. I would ask you to take all that into consideration, Judge. I know that you have a family that's hurting in reference to a loss, and I know, as we all know, that his children will never be able to say hi or goodbye to the father. He has a child, and maybe someday after this is over with, he can put those words into, I hope, he will put those words to good use and try to get, repent or do something productive with his life. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Burbank. Mr. Smith?
Judge, you know just as well as the rest of us that verbal provocation, no matter what was said, could not rise to the point of pulling out a gun and taking somebody's life. He is not the judge, the jury, or the executioner. He was that night, but only because he has a lack for authority and impulse control problem. He's going to do what he wants to do, and I think that's been shown clearly by the history that has been recorded at the jail. Does what he wants when he wants. He doesn't respect authority. He's going to say what he says here in court because he knows everything's hanging on his words, but his actions speak so much louder than the words here in this court. He took the life of a good man who was a gentle soul, who had children that he was working to provide for. We feel like even the words that he said, that Mr. Smith supposedly said, doesn't come out as a direct threat. Said that
Mr. Simon?
Mr. Simon said that he would die like his uncle, or he might die like his uncle who was apparently shot. That might have been in the context of if you don't change your ways, if you don't grow up, you're going to die just like him. He was obviously carrying a gun that night. He chose to make a terrible decision, not a mistake. It was an intentional act to pull out that gun at point blank range and shoot several times to end his life while he looks into the eyes of Jalen Morris, who was standing right next to him. The next thing he does is he gets into a car, gets into a high-speed chase from the police. He jumps out of the car. He throws the gun, trying to get everything away from him, and then runs from the police until he's tackled. That, his actions speak so much louder than words. We ask that you sentence him to 40 years in the institutional division of Texas Department of Corrections.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Simon, First, I want to thank all of you for being here from Mr. Smith's family. Mr. Simon, Mr. Burbank has done an excellent job for you because 40 years is probably not enough. But I understand why people make decisions, and I understand why this has been offered, and it saved people from going to trial. And I appreciate that you did that, and I'm sure they do somewhat. But any kudos you get for not going to trial, you got for that 40-year deal. Your lack of respect for any rules, for any authority, and for human life is just unacceptable. All of you kids running around thinking carrying guns and just shooting is the way to resolve anything is unacceptable. It's crazy. It's like the Wild West out there. I'm going to carry a gun. I'm going to go to a bar. I get in a beef with somebody. Let's just kill them. Let's just shoot up the whole place. I mean, it's crazy. And if you were really sorry and you really want to be a role model, then I would not have 12 pages of this nonsense of what you've been doing in our jail. And I know you've probably heard from the other ones that are coming back from court how upset I'm getting over this, because these people are just going and trying to do their job. They go to work every day and they have to deal with the stupid crap that y'all are giving them. The names, the disrespect, that I don't have to do anything. It's ridiculous. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of murder, sentence you to a term of 40 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You do receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you two things. One is your certification of right to appeal. This is a plea bargain. I followed it, so you cannot appeal and change your mind after today. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. You're still young enough to where on this sentence you'll be out at some point probably, unless you get yourself killed in prison for acting like you've been acting in jail. But if you do what you say you do and you try to get right and get out, you will not be able to possess a firearm because of this judgment. And if you do, charges could be filed against you. Firearm is a legal term. You should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have any questions about that, you can talk to Mr. Burbank.